Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James 13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else on YouTube. If you're interested in what decks and dice I'm using, that's going to be below. Besides that, though, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's also below, same information. Thank you very much for watching, and let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Gemini? Why is there stress with this? Okay, so I usually think of the Wheel of Fortune being a good thing for Gemini. Things are changing. Things are changing. There's this stress card here for you. Like something's coming forward and it's a little heavy. Can we get a little bit more like why is that heavy for Gemini? The Wheel of Fortune here, it's kind of like, have I lost that Wheel of Fortune? I've lost the Wheel of Fortune. Something is anchoring in. Something is anchoring in. Okay. I loved it, I feel like, when this Wheel of Fortune was here. Was it all good? No, but there were so many possibilities, and I was able to make different choices and get things the way I wanted them to, and it had a lot of life with it. It wasn't perfect, but I feel like I thrived in it. Okay. Judgment is going in your favor, but I feel like with this energy leaving, with this Wheel of Fortune energy leaving, I feel like I was doing good. Like, this is where your talents were, like, at their peak, or it felt like you were doing great. Like, I fit here perfectly. Like, this was my jam. I feel like this was it. What's coming in next is not bad, but I feel like it's freaking me out, because I'm like, maybe you know yourself well enough, kind of like if there's not some mental stimulation here, I feel like I'm worried that this isn't going to work for me. I'm nervous about it. There's a lot of air energy pulling you forward too, which is very compatible. And it's kind of like, you've done well, Gemini. We need you over here. Offers coming in. A lot of positive energy. This could be Libra. It doesn't mean you're dealing with a Libra. Could be something with a very diplomatic, very communicative, very fair-oriented energy. The Star card can talk about Aquarius. Says things a little bit out of color sometimes, but also helps get like the truth out on the forefront. Very effective energy. And then that Knight of Swords, more of that energy coming in. Just like a lot of energy churning up, trying to pull you forward, and there's victory here. And the thing is, there's a lot of love for you. There's a lot of love, there's a lot of victory, but I feel like there's stress. Like, I don't know if I can do this. If it becomes very downtrodden or very predictable or very static, I don't know that I can stick with. I don't know this is for me. It's been great, but they took out the element that I love the most, and it's bothering me. The love is there. The appreciation is there, but it's kind of like, yeah, but you're changing, you're changing something here that I don't want changed. You're changing the piece that I do the best at, and I feel like that's what's bothering me. I'm nervous. I feel like I'm very nervous about this. And I'm questioning, does this really line up with me? Does this really match what am I going to be able to keep it? I would love to. I feel like I would love to continue sticking with it, but I'm also very nervous. Like, you know, maybe they don't realize that, like, there's certain things that are not negotiable for me. I really need certain elements, and if you're taking those elements away, I don't know about this. Things change very fast. I'm trying to get the energy more aligned in a positive way, because I feel like for those of you this is going to hit with, I feel like it's very much freaking you out. Because it's like, I want this, I want to keep this, but they're changing the rules, and they're changing some very important pieces here that make me very nervous that long term this isn't going to work for me. Can we get more about what's coming in here? The Magician reversed. Oh, that's interesting. And then the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands keeps showing up one way or another. Losing the Wheel of Fortune energy, but also like something new anchoring in, trying to act like this is what I want, even though there's aspects of this situation I do love, but this is making me nervous what they're doing here. The Magician reversed. I don't feel like I have the ability to make choices in this part, at least. In this part, I don't have that ability, and it's freaking me out. And I also am worried that once I get into it, it's pretty much a done deal. It is what it is, and that's all it is. Which we have to get a little farther, because I'm not completely convinced that that's actually the totality of it. But we gotta get a little farther down the line, a little bit farther down the line. One of the assets of Gemini is to find the possibilities that other people don't see. So let's remember, you have gifts. You have attributes that not everybody, I would say most people don't have. The majority of people don't have. So before we get too upset or worried that, this is not going to fit at all, it's almost like once you're into it, you might find things that you didn't see before, and you can make a possibility where none existed before. Let's remember that. You don't have to adhere to other people's rules. And I feel like that's a part of what I'm also worried about. You don't have to do that. I feel like you don't. It may feel like it may look like it, but you know more about how things really work. You can see these little pieces and these little nuances, and this way around here and that way over there. If there's a loophole, usually it's Gemini who's going to find it. Yeah, that's not adhering to somebody else's rules. That's not for you. You got the Lover's card reversed on that. Kind of like that's not going to work for you. That version of this story will not work for you. Adhering to somebody else's rules. Especially the more restrictive they make it, the less that's going to work for you. But you also got the Knight of Swords. They're saying you don't have to accept that. Remember who you are. Remember your strengths. Okay. This other thing. I know this is better, but the way they're starting it off, it makes me a little nervous, but maybe it's better than I think. It does seem that like this changes very quick, by the way. Two of Cups starting to turn around. The Two of Cups like this. I actually have that card here. The Two of Cups showing up like this. I think it's a lot of traffic outside all of a sudden. Jeez. There's a possibility here that you could turn this more back to where you want it to be. There's a possibility here. They're just saying the first step is to realize you have possibilities here. There's a new beginning here. And to remember, I feel like Gemini is one of the first ones to feel this out, to kind of see this. It only looks like you're trapped. The Eight of Swords. It only looks like you're trapped. And this is an air card. You're an air sign. You can get into the depths of what this card means very quickly. It feels like you're trapped. It feels like you're stuck. But in this one, it's like looking at that, this person feels like they are. It doesn't mean that they actually are. They have possibilities. In the beginning, it may be possibilities that they're not really warm and fuzzy about, but they always have possibilities. And there's a whole new beginning coming in here with this. The thing is, it has to be constructed in a way that works for you. This reading is very interesting to me because I don't see a lot of answers. I see more of like, remember who you are, remember your gifts, remember your attributes. I see a lot of that coming in. What is this? It's good, but like, with everything else we have here, where's it? Judgment in your favor. Oh. Are you expected to break the system? You got the Ten of Wands reversed, but judgment in your favor, and it came right onto the Star card, which is telling me somebody wanted you in this position purposefully because they're expecting you to shake it up. They're expecting you to do something different. It may not seem, especially if this is like a work situation, this might be one of those things where it looks like whoever's helping you get into this moment or pushing you into this direction, it may be looking to you like they're trying to control you, but I don't think they're expecting that. They're expecting you to shake it up as if you're not going to be able to help yourself, and you're going to shake up this situation a little bit. And that's literally what they want. You're expected to make some waves here, maybe subtly, but you're expected to find things that other people are not seeing. They're not expecting you to accept it. I don't know that they're telling you that, but that's what I'm getting. That's not why you're here. You're here to see the other opportunities. That's whoever's helping you get where you're getting, they know you do things differently, and they're actually banking on that. The Fool card with the Beauty card is kind of remember your beauty. When this card shows up, it's kind of saying, remember that you are a beautiful person, but also it's inside and out, your mind. You have a beautiful mind, and you see things differently than other people. That's important. That's why you're here. That's your gift. That's who you are. It's not just because you're a good-looking person. You're not there to just be sitting on a shelf going, oh, look how pretty they are. Look how pretty Gemini is. That's not the point. The point is you have a beautiful mind and to utilize that. You're expected to break the system? Is that right? Am I getting that wrong? What are they really expecting? Like, to just find possibilities, or literally to break the system? They expect you to find a different way. They're not enjoying it. People are not enjoying this situation. It's become too stale. It's become too stale. You can bring in a lot of flavor here. Are they going to help you with that? Are they going to help you with that? Like, seriously. Are you expected to do this on your own, or are they going to help you? They have the Magician here with the Page of Fire. So they might conveniently help you do some things. It's almost like, it's almost like leaving out the right stuff and just seeing what you do with it. It's almost like, oh, we left some cookies on the counter. I want to see if anybody eats them. It's almost like that, if that makes sense. Or it's almost, they're leaving things out there where you have possibilities to do things. They'll get the supplies, or they'll get things in front of you. They'll make it more convenient, compatible. It'll show up. It's kind of like, oh, that would be easy for me to do this time. They're like, especially if they know what direction you're going in some respect, they'll just make sure it's conveniently in your favor. I don't feel like especially if this is a work situation, I don't think they're going to be right out there like they're going to back you, but they'll conveniently make things available to you. I think that's where we're going. You're meant to shake it up. The situation has become stale, but that's literally why they want you there. They don't expect you to just go along with that. This is very interesting. I feel like it went better at the end. For a minute there, I thought, what are they kind of like trying to rope you into? Because I can understand like this feeling too restrictive and like that's not going to work for you. But that's the point. They're like, no, we don't want you to like it. We want you to change it. Help us change it. Although they're also going to play that game where we're like, we're not saying you're doing the right thing, but we'll help you do it. We're not saying that's the best move, but hey, you did what you had to do, and we'll see what we can do to, quietly, covertly help you. They're not going to take any responsibility for the choices you make, but they seem to help you make them. So be aware of that too. I feel like that's a factor you want to be aware of. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.